Everything, somebody say black hands to black hands. This is where Zawadi comes in. Can you say Zawadi? Zawadi. This whole table is really Zawadi. It's a gift to your future. So Zawadi is really where black hands sit down with a black mind and think about the black family and make something for that black family. So when you go out, you say, okay, well, I'm not no artist like that, Brother Malik, right? Well, we're not expecting you to be the artist, but you can write a letter, you can write a note, you can write something, right? And if you want to do something special and you want to buy something, you look for an artisan, you look for someone who can really do something nice for the family and do something custom for your family. And the great thing about it is that when you're connecting with the local people, give it up for all our vendors around here. In fact, we have a $75 Kinara set in the back. So if you need one, there's only one in the back. Now, I don't want nobody to jump on nobody's head or nothing. Brother got it wrapped in plastic. It ain't gonna go nowhere. It's right there. But the great thing is that having this is really a way that you want to be able to build up and have some continuity and integrity. So what I've just given to you is the full table. There's a series of other things you can have, like the bandera, which is the flag. You see what I mean? Oh, brother. Oh, of course, absolutely. And the great thing about the corn is you always have two. You don't want to have too many pieces of corn on there because then you make it corny and then the kids want to go. We don't want to do that, right? So what we want to do is that the corn represents the male and the female hemisphere of this here. So what we want is the vibunzi or the muhindi. Can you say muhindi? Muhindi. Muhindi is plural, meaning the corn, as in not the children of the corn, but the corn in the field, right? All right. And then we have vibunzi, which is one ear of corn. Okay. So the idea is we know that corn is indigenous to this land right here. So that is also speaking to our indigenous ancestry here in America. So there's a balance between the two, you guys. This is not an African holiday. This is a holiday made by African people in America with African ancestry so that we can share ourselves to the world. So if you look on TV and you see everybody, like, hold on, I thought Kwanzaa was black. Yeah, Kwanzaa is from black to the world. Let's say it one more time. Kwanzaa is from the black to the world. Kwanzaa is from the unseen to the world. Kwanzaa is from the hidden source of the greatest depths of black people in America to the world. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you, Brother Malik, for that wonderful, and Brother Clint for that wonderful explanation of these symbols. And, we don't take it lightly. I've been celebrating Kwanzaa since I was born because I was named after the holiday, okay? So the thing about it is, it is just a very, very cultural and coming back to our roots and acknowledging those who have come before us. And we just want to continue to take the time out to say a couple of more shouts out. Sister Jeanette, go ahead.
Well, I see that John has joined us from both sides of the conversation.
Brother John?
Yes, he gave him a shout out earlier. He's already set up. He got his mic. You all came, is it Tuesdays?
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. He has a podcast that goes out to the community and is speaking just, yes, and highlighting everyone. So, yeah, we wanted to recognize and now we see you. And Ocean Incubators, did we say that? And the San Francisco Human Rights Commission.
Yeah.
They
Give it up.
make that all possible.
Human Rights Commission.
Everybody here representing that. But yes, thank you. We want to just thank all of our sponsors.
I got another special guest in the house. One of my good friends who is a DJ in KPOO. It's a program that's called Grown Folks Music, is it? Sister Barbara Gaynor, 9 a.m. to 9 to 12 noon, Tuesday morning on KPOO. 89.5 FM. You can get it on your phone. That's another black business. Support that as well. I heard that, the only black radio station in the Bay. Oh, okay, so recognize that as well. That is Ujamaa Habari Gani? Ujamaa Habari Gani?
Ujamaa.
Habari Gani?
Ujamaa.
All right. We just those tests, you know. We're gonna keep moving. We got some more talent coming at you right now. We got some more talent. This brother is a poet, and he always knows it. You know what I'm saying? He is from the Black Freedom Press in Oakland, and he's gonna just drop some knowledge and some skill on you right now. Give it up for Brother Landon, the poet.
I cannot write poems from the gutter. And there are two less feet in the tent this evening. Somewhere, a prison guard gives another close-fist speech about order.
Can you speak up a little? I want to hear what you're saying.
The air thins above a tent pole eviction notice while a new jumpsuit is handed to a tooth on a cement floor. Nikki Bass photo shoot next to gentrified housing while Noel Gallo votes to steal more Fruitvale money into patrol cars. Leach van ready to pile up bodies just to bleed corners dry for development while Gary Yee red tags another black school for prison bed construction. At least there will be clean street corners, a dirty mouth in a suit will say. At least there will be law and order. Dirt is always better when swept under a rug or at least onto the next encampment. And 3 tents blown on the other side of 580 will lower property value just for more protest signs to pop up and be ignored next week. But did you know there is no such thing as an empty bomb threat thrown at a black house? Greenwood and pine still can't move past the cement with marrow mixed in, so excuse me for taking white history seriously as I walk down these HBCU steps with a target on my back for what another white board member bans a book from speaking on. And another black mayor steps up to a podium to say, "It is a shame." Or, "In these troubling times," or, "We are better than this," despite all the evidence otherwise. As a matter of fact, who is we? Who be this we in backroom meetings? Who be the we turning the wheel on the ship? Who be this we saying we are part of the problem, saying we do it to ourselves, saying we can't get respect until we respect ourselves? Who? Who does we coming sideways out your mouth talking about more pay for leeches to put up see something, say something signs, then turn around and pocket dial bomb threats to black campuses talking about we better watch our back, we better hurry up and die, we better go back now that the labor costs more than the ground meat on my back? Who? Who this we supposed to be a part of? Who this we supposed to be better than? Sitting on the left side of an abandoned building because I took white history for what it is and spoke to the remains of the last threat, shoveled onto a whitewashed MLK quote, shoveled onto the left hand of a Philadelphia cut short, shoveled onto a Tulsa, a Rosewood, I'm on pace to be called the N-word 312 times by summer. It is January. There are only 10 days left in this month and I refuse to be a corpse by the 3rd, but catch me fist closed on the 4th and I might be gone by the 5th if this white woman in power has her way. Which is the same as that white man in that seat, which is the same as that eviction notice, which is the same as that last missed check. My mother says the cloth of my ancestors makes me bulletproof. So I put on a new head wrap every time passive-aggressive headshots fire off of cradle tongues down into the gutters of unswept streets where I'm told that I belong. And I walk around with cash just in case I pass another cardboard sign, giving a fortune to crates just to see more hungry mouths the next month. It's almost like I cannot fix these encampments on my own, like starvation is intentional, like billions in surplus don't exist. Maybe by the end of this poem, you can tell me what the cause is. While I kick 3 more election pamphlets off my doorstep, since I don't do drugs on Tuesdays ever since my neighbor overdosed on Kamala Harris bumper stickers. Meanwhile, the city of San Francisco made $90 million in parking tickets. Just to not have affordable housing. Just to hire more pigs to put tickets on windshields, to pay for pigs putting tickets on windshields, and my last $60 goes to the cardboard sign again. You know, a fist fight is always fair to the waistband with a gun tucked inside. You know, an eviction is always fair to the feet standing on the bankroll. And my cousin told me that not all skin folk are kinfolk, so I keep 2 feet in my back pocket so I land on my feet when I'm sucker punched between line breaks and the neoliberal slides the judge lump sums to slide me into solitary silence so that a white tenure professor could tell you these are not poems, that these are lyrics, that these are a soapbox, and that they are too unhoused and must cut their hair before they deserve a home. Because if you don't carve out a healing space, a legislator might use your flesh for sacrifice. Fascism fed farm to table. Grassroots campaign can't rid the stench of feces in the soil. National Guard on bureaucrat speed dial. Hey, tell them Negroes not to loot. Or air fresheners gonna spill blood on the ready-made caskets. Bodies of black women sacrificed for collective white comfort. We have seen this script before. Yet y'all still ready to hold knives up to black arteries. Democracy just a fable we rode past, crossing into this cemetery we wake up in on a loop. For the shards of black protest to get beaten into another voter campaign. For Obama to stand next to a black woman waving clinking chains of Asada, grinding bones into soil backed by Biden budgets, virtue signaling progress just to express shit billy clubs, and kill the English dictionary in you and you might be a revolutionary by nightfall. Offer your last breath to the asphalt. It'll ask if you at least fought back. Ask if you apologize to all the minute hands. Chain holder made a quilt out of your ancestors. Sewed it loosely and told you let it keep you warm. Never had a dream within this colonial opiate. Capitalists othered a railroad worker than Silk Road traded them for dirt. Threw a pig at a labor strike and watched the bodies fall. Greasy palms oil prison pipelines while a moderate preaches reform. Property tax still funding school budgets and they got the nerve to tell me to grab a picket sign while a rock land right here. Smoke and mirrors breeding infighting over blood money. All money is blood money. Thought we made it out the cotton fields just to be grandfathered in. Heard a whip crack in a handcuff class, in a sentencing hearing, in a salary negotiation behind bulletproof plantation windows, pedaled to me on a plantation platform while splinters infested my feet just below the shackles. Pedaled to me on a plantation platform while splinters infested my feet just below the shackles, telling me freedom is not meant for me here. Even with this 13th decree here, I do not know the meaning of freedom without the restriction of punctuation. Copper on my taste buds, an infection from a dream splintered and sold to me in a starlit constellation seen through a triple pane window with bars on my eyeline. I have died before, but I did not die free. A cacophony of lies sold to me by a woman holding a torch and a tablet, meaning that constellation is nothing more than faint semblance of early onset dementia, you know, just before you begin to lose your faculties. Meaning rebellion is the only thing freedom could ever mean for me here. A plantation pipeline transformed into a multi-story dwelling, dealing in stock manipulation, transfixed on capturing a dream for some, restricting a dream for some, never pulling splinters for some. Freedom hasn't meant freedom since before auction block dreams, transfixed on where and how to run toward a direction of hope and a faith manipulated to say faith is all it takes. So just believe in predestination. Or is it free will to run? Or is it faith in a post-plantation post still screaming from the screams, trying to break free, toward a post-Civil War post reeking from the blood of indigenous, blood of enslaved bodies, fighting for freedom, not knowing what fighting for freedom come to mean, toward a post-Reconstruction sharecropping post, battling reconciliationists and emancipationist visions, toward a post-Great Migration Harlem Corner post, overseeing segregationist tendencies and freedom Baldwin expatriation and Renaissance need, toward a post-Reagan era post about bootstrap and crack epidemics, promulgating destruction of reconstructed communities, toward a post-Nixon, post-Clinton, war on drugs post, smell like mandatory minimums and infatuation with criminalization. So please tell me, what does freedom truly mean, and have you ever truly had it? Tune in for capital, model minority trope construction just to highlight the intentional destruction of my mobility, but grant me the ability to punch a clock, and I must be grateful for the opportunity, huh, sir? As long as my tongue gets that boot clean enough for you, huh, sir? Shuck and jive for good graces, not be placed on an auction block with splinters in my feet to know I am not free behind this URL and covered camera being monitored intentionally and conspicuously while being told I am free to roam wherever I choose. What good is privacy when self-exposure is the trend minus a copyright of a copyright to crop out my rights for an extra penny or two placed in a stock option traded within a manipulated sanctum of criminality, glorified in a Gordon Gekko, greed is good caricature telling me exploitation is the dream. And freedom comes with investment in a plantation crop, post-plantation stock, once a plantation block morphed into a share price. Free to enlist into a military machine peddling propaganda about fighting for our freedom as pawns to profit from the imperialization to start a war with someone else over the oil of somewhere else. Sounding like a blues song. A Muddy Waters chorus capturing the contradiction of a white picket fence on a Chicago red line to the west side of an Oakland assassination, free to bleed on his own bedpost. No civil rights, just free enough to fight for the right to die as a threat. Beneath a COINTELPRO case file and a reminder about how splinters fester, I am one shackle away from freedom. Though I am not sure I know what that word means, because I drag infected minds through the broken tires of my unread poems. McCarthyism smashed into my dinner plate, hoping to crack the communists from my swollen red knuckles. John Ehrlichman shoulder shrugs my car upside down to the part of Foothill buried in flashing patrol light, while Reaganism hovers above my neighborhood like smog in my kids' new lungs. Biden-era pinstrokes flood Lake Merritt with pay stations hoping to drown out sideshows. There is blood on your overcoat, Libby. What good is a progressive leech, Libby, if I will still be 3 quarts low after the confirmation hearing confirms me to be a necessary sacrifice on the white Jesus altar of justice, harmonizing about the beauty in my execution. South Carolina firing squad triggering my last rites. Before I become a useful bullet in the throat of my comrades, and empire sells bombs in the names of my great-grandmother's dirt-scraped knees. But I drag my lineage through dirt roads, sandstorms, scraping knees on cement cinder blocks stacked in the way, my wrist cut deeply on the journey, saltwater stinging bones shown before someone else tells me I'm healed, tells me to move on. When I drag lineage by their wrists, wiping off eraser dust mixed with diamond flakes they sold back to us, saying that's all our hands were good for. Losing limbs between borders some European gave name to, that I should be proud of, that Singbe Pierre revolted to come back to. Maybe my wrist bleed on the chains he broke, just to be Spielberg in white saviorhood. I feel my lineage weighted down beneath Bolongo wharf remains. Paved over, just to be paved over, just to be built atop, under silk covers smelling like liberation stranglehold. While I drag lineage to a native language, not a native language, in hopes of speaking with lineage between borders and sandstorms I was told I didn't need to know. Enough Mende for struggle. I drag my lineage with dislocated wrists, separated at the broken tree branch to a tall tale pillar by monument and sand in my shoes. Meanwhile, this top chef says he is a white guy from SoCal. Says he has no culture, so he can't decide what to cook. Looking for sympathy on a plate, like I don't have sales receipts hanging from my family tree limbs. Like my mama's mama didn't have recipe claimed as family heirloom by a plantation dinner table. Chalkboard castration, telling tall tales and colorblind pillow talk, but got the audacity to act like percentages make you whole. Stress from repressed trauma might suffocate pops before Fruitvale becomes demolition tape, becomes parking lot burial ground, becomes museum plaque what used to stand tall but was smothered by imperial ceremony. But what do I know? And who may say you my problem when I'm still cast iron cut on wrists? Still told to vote my way free with concessions this project paid me into. Still finding white fingernails in African borders. Call it genocide again if you want to see a white nation stiffen, if you want to see what dodging a bullet does to a stuffed pocket, but throw the mammy empire at it and you might slow the awareness though. You might bake in enough war for the dough to rise naturally. I woke up a kidnapping victim the same day the teacher told me to put my hand on my heart. Haven't felt a beat in my own body for some time now. Might find it in colonizer pockets along with the keys to my lineage. Museum made a display of my remains and made me pay for admission. Told me stealing is only stealing when the body can talk back. And while you're at it, I hate no oppression is in your mind, fool. Kidnapped victims fall in love with their captors. One said, America's for sale. Another said, let's see who can assimilate best. Turn grandma's scars into theme park admission. But kill the pig in you or you'll find yourself singing love songs to shackles. Glorifying Secret Service breath on the back of bloodstained suit collars. And for what? So you could preach genocide for sport? So you could dance on Seneca Village ashes? I'm still trying to figure out how to be black and unsurveilled. FBI vault redacted my file just to save skin. Blood not even dry from my bullet hole yet, but you can hear the same script being prepared. No dust on the playbook when its use is constant, when capitalist hellscape must be written as hero. Tax money funding assassinations abroad, but they got the audacity to act like canceling student loans is immoral. Critical thinking cut off at the knees, offer profit margin pass sign. Usurper made their way into your mudroom and left blood on the hardwood. Sold you a tale about freedom and patriotism, about spreading democracy. But never pick up a book and you might think Cuba is destitute. You might think Palestine is terrorist. You might think blindfolds are true firing squad justice and soldiers' bullets in the backs of kids is honor. Might have you high on red bait before you can sell your labor first, before you can call healthcare equitable, before you can call capitalism meritocratic, before you step foot on occupied indigenous land and thought property tax was penance for assimilation. Before you realize we all die by poison, die by colonized textbook, die by a language that stole you from you. Stole the kneecaps from your resolve and told you plantation life was the real American dream. Then kissed you with poisoned tongue and told you your death had no color. But watch me be assassinated, and you call me by my name and that finger might look down on you. Tell you to throw a label at me first. Play darts on my black skin so you can see blood when that label sticks. And don't hide that joy you get from watching my free fall. Non-black hands still stringing me up for revenge porn. Crisis mediator says this is a safe space, but I ain't found a safe space yet in this soil, because perhaps I am still hanging from a rope somewhere. And I do not have the wherewithal to see my own name memorialized in block and jar dirt. Perhaps I am still aspirating in a dungeon somewhere, unwilling to be dragged somewhere onto a boat for property maintenance. Perhaps I am pieces pieced together, still tied to previous iterations screamed into these breaths I now take with reluctance to revisit visualizations, knowing I am both here and in a rope, and in a dungeon, and in a chain anchor, straddling a past life and a half-life, unwilling to pass on pieces to any iteration of myself that does not understand that I am the last breath in the train track execution as much as I am the voice in the classroom. Keep seeing the train headlights blinding my resolve. I am unable to breathe the air of the asphyxiated above dirt monument, not knowing what the strength looks like to hold that space on a straddle. My therapist keeps telling me I need to remember to breathe, but perhaps I am still hanging, still below ground, still afraid of a future with no future beneath a future of museum boxes and jars of dirt. Grappling with limbo, I am both here and nowhere, trying to find somewhere safe, somewhere free, somewhere not black and blue circle encrusted with settler colonialism telling me liberation is the ballot or the billy club, the ballot or the rope, the ballot or the gun. Perhaps I am still hanging from a rope somewhere, trying to hold my great-grandfather's hand one last time before the sun rises and the coroner sells you a story about how I did this to my own body. Since singing letters to ghosts on glass podiums is gonna leave me empty. Sooner or later, we all pay tolls to the flames, fall out the left side of a casket, still trying to measure up, get buried with ash in the suit line and talking about, at least I tried. Tried to talk to street signs in the dark. Tried to pull cotton from cufflinks like pretty shackles still don't clink. Performing odes to an overseer got us prophesizing to the dirt. At least that third voice never forgot you, even if your own hands did. And that new black mayor injecting hope in tied off wrists. Might have to go between toes when the high starts wearing off. Because Oakland downtown is starting to look like San Francisco downtown. We're starting to look like the same suit. We're starting to look like the same wooden box buried 9 feet away from 9 school closures. I still taste the flames in this. So I must have burned every bridge up to this point, yelling loud enough that my death doesn't mean more than my life. Look me in the eye and tell me you know the difference between a real poet and the bottom of a bottle. We play spectator to an assassination daily. Asking how do pamphlets breed so many foot soldiers with no tongue? Senator took Juneteenth off, then outlawed teaching slavery. Told third grade art project cotton was always picked by machine. That history has no feelings. That empire only looks ahead through broken windows and unmarked graves. I'm on this grassy knoll every day, watching brain fragments get left behind for the sake of an idea that left my neck 4 inches longer. That took dinner table and put it on top of unburied bones. That took the other and slapped it on the next group to hate. But make sure those Negroes stay right there though. Multiculturalism, a dialectic away from a seminar table debating the efficacy of slaughter and the intellectual merit of a bourgeoisie coup. Regime change over cocktails and masks. Empire must have short memory. Empire must have short memory. Empire must have some memory. Empire must remember where the bodies are buried to avoid half-hearted apologies. You know, a real poet told me once that not every story has to appeal to the heart. It can appeal to the spine. Severed vertebrae shouting, hear me out, from straitjacket buckles and scratches on cement walls that made my spine property of the state, that made me 2/3 of it past the future left bloodstained baton swings, slush from bomb exploding outside what used to be my bedroom wall, just long enough for the taste of rubble to be family heirloom. Nobody even asked where I wanted my body to be buried. I am talking to this soil like everything is a weapon formed against me. Melatonin making Medgar Evers my docent on this impending bullet train. Woke up 10 times lost. Coroner can tell you jokes 3 minutes past America if you wait long enough. Might diagnose you as a rebel if you speak too loudly about the cause of death. Every 20 minutes, another puppet dies by teleprompter. Tells a revolutionary to just vote if they want change. Tucks in sheets on deathbed for preparation. Hell, how you gonna make it out alive anyway? Might as well laugh through that ash, coat and lungs. We used to breathe air, now all we do is drink fire and pray to the fire next time. Burning flag flapping around a body somebody deemed illegal somewhere. Drew a border and said, I dare you to cross. What good? Let's see if your lungs can take in more air than this bullet can take from you. First step is to dare you to dream. Second step, get you to fall in love with the sound of a growling stomach. Third step is put you on a postcard sacrificed to a tree branch. What good is the poet with no neck? The coroner will joke. Only half of the half he spoke to listened anyway. And my burial plot plays center stage for encore here. Thank you.
Give it up for Brother Landon again. Wasn't that powerful? That just came from the depths of his soul, huh? I mean, oh my goodness. I heard all that. Well, I know we want to get on with the program, I know. But I do want to make just a quick announcement. And that Wright Chapel, remember we said that they've been working in the community for the last 67 years. So they give out food bags on Fridays from 1:45 to 2:30. So stop by their table, go talk to them if you know anybody in the community that may need their service. Everyone is invited to join them for Sunday service at 11:20 on Sunday. I think we have some more, another performance here.
Yes. We got some dancing, y'all. We gotta understand that we are a creative people. So, Habari Gani? Ujamaa. That's right. Well, I will bring to you without further ado is our traditional cultural. What you want to say your name for us? Sure, young brother.
Good evening, everybody. How are you guys doing? Good to see everybody this evening. So we're Tradición Peruana Cultural Center. Cultural Center, yes. And it's a nonprofit organization that was founded in 1995 to promote the art, culture, and traditions of Peru. So, like I'm African American and my African self was dropped off here in the United States, there are Africans that were dropped off in Peru and that's in South America, during the diaspora. So Tradición Peruana Cultural Center promotes the art, culture, dance, music, tradition of the African people that were living and that were enslaved in Peru. We tell their stories, we do their dances, and we just try to share the culture with everyone. And when I got in the group in 1997, I just really felt like they're my cousins. I got dropped off here, they got dropped off there, and so we just commune with each other, and we learn about each other's culture, and we try to share it and unite all the Africans from the diaspora. So tonight, and Juan de Dios Soto is the director, and his sister Lydia is the dance instructor who I learned from. They also teach drumming. This is the cajon, and we, they took our language, our culture, everything, stripped everything, and they were like, you can't even beat the drum. So what they did was, when they're taking the boxes off the cargo ships, they're like, we're gonna make us a drum. And this is that the cajon is pretty much, it means box in Spanish. Most of the music, and all of the music, and the songs are in Spanish because that's what they were speaking. They were colonized by the Spanish. Here we were colonized by different people, but ultimately the British. So the music is in Spanish, but when I hear it, I still can feel and understand the story and the struggle and the love and everything that they had, just like we have here. So tonight we're gonna do one of the Afro dances from the Afro-Peruvian culture. Thank you all.
Fatá. África en Brasil macumba. Y en Perú es festejo, cajón, jaranón
Y bochinche.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Woo. That is some talent right there. We got food for you guys, so we want you to definitely get some food. But before we go, you know, and we got some talent that's gonna be coming while we're eating. But before we do anything, we have to light the candle to make this an official celebration, or shall we say, what is it in Swahili? A karamu. Okay, all right. So, brother, why don't you just take us here?
All right. So what I want to do is we're gonna do the lighting, and then we're gonna do Harambe. Is that okay with you? Is that all right with you? Are we still here? All right. I hear you. All right. So my lighter. I put it in my pocket. Make it. Oh yeah. We actually could call some children up if you grab children from the. Let me see here. One of the 15 pockets. One of the 15 pockets. That's why I didn't. Can we bring up the children? Give it up to our children. We want to lead them to the light. We want to lead our children to the light. And I'm over here. Okay, now, I don't want that to spill on you right there, brother. That's from one of my 15 pockets up here. Running around at all of these events. That's why, okay, so what you want to do, don't lean on the table. You see that? See how everything's shaking right there? Yeah, you take it out. Brother want to do some push-ups off the side of the table. I understand. Brother's going to get buff up here. I understand. Do we have some more children in here? Let's get some more children in. If you are 10 and above, come on up. I have a lighter. I have my lighter. I know I have one, yes. Do we have a lighter? How old are you? Okay, this is for children.
We know somebody's smoking here.
Thank you, bro. Huh? The microphone is so that everybody can hear me. Didn't feel that like a lighter, actually. All right, here we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to light the first candle, which is Umoja, and once it gets good and lit, I'm going to raise my fist. Don't touch me.
Don't let the kids play with that fire. Malik, come on,
we want to
Malik.
lead the babies to the light. We want this brother to become the candle. Okay, so what we'll do is let it get lit, and when I raise my fist, we all say Ashe. Yes, so we're lit Umoja, and brothers, you can actually begin touching me. You touch my shoulder here. You can touch my shoulder. This is how we get your energy. Just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get burned by my shoulder. I'm not gonna burn it. Okay. Kuji Chagulia.
Got
Let
it.
the room say Ashe. Ujima. Nice, there we go. Ujima. Let the room say Ashe.
Ashe.
All right. I can smell my fingers. That's a good thing. Okay. All right. Now the next one we're gonna go today, and I would like you to stand up, give rejoice. This is our last celebration for Ujamaa. And we're gonna go into Harambe. Ashe together, okay? Okay, he's gonna say Ashe, and then you guys say Ashe after, okay?
Okay, we got it.
All right. Oh, he said Ashe. Okay, brother, come on, let's stand up here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand up on the we're gonna go here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull all of that love together. Come on up here, brother. You got the coolest jacket in the building. I used to have a jacket like that too. All right, I see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our hand, we're gonna take All right, let's take our right hand up. We're gonna put our right hand in the air, and we're gonna grab it in the air. You see, we're gonna make a fist in the air and pull our fist down over our hearts, saying Harambe. We're gonna do it 7 times.
What does that mean?
That means let's all pull together. Let's pull together like a real family and community. Harambe! 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 One more. Harambe! Let's all pull together. Let's all pull together. Let's all pull together.
Let's all pull together.
Let's all pull together. Let's all pull together.
He said, let y'all pull together. I'm already over here. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into the food. The food is gonna be here. Please, if you see somebody you don't know, say, hey, what's up? Or just give them a good greeting. Give it up for my good brother, Kwanzaa Morton.
Harambe, let's all pull together. And Habarigani is Ujamaa. Habarigani? Habarigani? All right. Well, without further ado, yes. We got some talent, eating music, and enjoying it. While we are waiting for our band, let me just tell you something about this program. Oh no, I got something for you. We have again a local author that is in the house. Okay, Dr. Monique Warren, who wrote 2 books. One is called Restorer of the Breach, and it's about in this community there was a lot of killings, a lot of things going on, and by the power of prayer and the power of what God did, he did something to pull a lot of people together to stop that, and that was really entertaining and informative. And then she also has a children's book that's called The Nonsense Monster. And that is about children avoiding distractions. So I need a child, because I'm going to give this away and she will sign this book. So I need a child right now to tell me what either today's principle is or a symbol that's on the table for Kwanzaa. Who can tell me that? Is there a child? Going once. What? Going twice. This young man. What is today's principle? Jama'ah, cooperative economics. So I have this book for you. And you see that lady right there? She wrote it. She wrote that book. So you can get it signed from her.
And in the same
Dr. Monique
vein-
Morton.
Yeah, Dr. Monique Morton, there she is. In the same vein, collective work. And cooperative economics. Please support the vendors that are here in the room.
Welcome to go through that
We
now.
got some beautiful pieces.
Yes. And you know what? Today, I believe in supporting Black businesses anytime I can, but today in particular, I went out to check out one of my high school classmates. His name is Keith Richardson. He has a business called Keith Chicken and Waffles in Daly City. I don't know if you guys know. And then I found out it's a Black-owned business that he's opening up a breakfast restaurant in February in South San Francisco. So please support that brother who I remember in high school, he said he wanted to do something like this, and he's doing it. So I just want to acknowledge him and all of these businesses here. Please support them. Also, my sister Barbara Gaynor. Are you still here, Barbara Gaynor? I don't know if she left. But she does singing for events. Any events that you need, please. She has cards. You can talk to her. And anything that you need regarding that. She is a retired probation officer. She's retired, and but she's even so much more than that. Just a staple in this community, lives in the community, and is from here and is doing wonderfully. So, y'all, thank you. And without further ado, I love my timing here. It's just beautiful. You guys, we are in for a treat. We're in for a real big treat. Because this is some good music that'll just take you back. This right here, I want you guys to put your hands together for the renowned, the uncomparable, the most wonderful Yolanda Rhodes in the band. Y'all put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands here. Come on, put your hands together. I need to hear you. I need to hear you. All right, all right. We got another local artist here who just showed me her book as well. It's called Windows of My Soul, Poems from a Worshiping Heart, Gloria Carter. He's right here. So the first person to talk to her, they're gonna get this. Here we go. It happened just the other day. The man at the wheel. The only thing I want to say is sorry that I didn't see. So baby, can I talk to you? If you really love me, I wanna love you. How you doing? I don't know what I'm gonna do. If you knew what it was all about, I know that you can work it out. So baby, come on. Baby, come on. Never thought that I could be so blind and crazy.
How you guys doing? Good. Happy Kwanzaa. I want to take a quick minute to introduce this fantabulous band. I'm so fortunate to be able to play with such consummate musicians all the time. Mr. Steve Carter on keys, Mr. Aaron Jermaine on bass, Mr. Wilson Brooks on drums, and Mr. Barry Quilty on bass. So this next tune I first heard, well, I won't tell you about it. You want to hear it? Do you want to hear it? Yeah! Here we go, baby. Come on, somebody make it funny. Come on, baby.
What's up, everybody?
everybody. John here. We both sides of the conversation. We live in the OMI. We in San Francisco, in the Lakeview, celebrating Kwanzaa. You know, Kwanzaa is an everyday celebration for the community, but especially at this time of the year, reinforcing it here in the OMI, making it happen. So we are excited. I hope you all been able to watch some of the experience that's been going on, the music, the dance, the information. You know, this is all about bringing community together, supporting and blessing our young people, the elders of the community. And you know, this is a great event. Even though it's raining out here, you know, we still showed up to support. So shout out to all of our folks in the OMI. Shout out to Maurice Rivers, the OMI participant terminators, and Best Black. Shout out to the Human Rights Commission, Dreamkeeper Initiative. This is what's happening. We bless the community, when we impact the community. Things are happening. And again, shout out to all the amazing folks that continue to do the work. Both sides of the conversation. Y'all know where the people at. Wherever the people at, that's where we at. With the people, man. Great event. Some legends in here, you know, some great people from the city. Man, I got to see a lot of great folks, man. My guys in the league. Just beautiful stuff, man. So we're just happy. We're blessed. It's raining out here, but you know, in San Francisco, we're not gonna let the rain stop us. We still showing up, man, and we just happy as Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa to all of our people out there. Let's take these Kwanzaa principles. Let's apply them every day. Let's support our black businesses. Let's uplift each other. Let's love on our young people. Love on the elders of the community, man. That's what Kwanzaa is all about. Empowering the community. Empowering the people, man. That's what we about here at both sides of the conversation. Y'all already know, man. I'm gonna let y'all go check out a little bit more of the blues. Check out some of the activities that's going on. The food is great, and you know, it's a great time. It's a celebration of black love, black liberation, black power, man. And it's a lot of folks here to support this celebration, man. So just thank you all for being a part of this. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for always supporting us here at both sides of the conversation. Y'all know. We love the people, man. We love y'all back, man. So great stuff, great crowd. And I'm going to let y'all take a little bit more of what's going on, and then we're going to end it. Just wanted to let y'all know we ain't went nowhere this whole year. We're coming to do 2023. 2023 is going to be bigger and better. Both sides of the conversation, y'all going to see us everywhere. Doing what we do. This Kwanzaa event is very special for the community, for the young people. We're just excited to be a part of it. And shout out to my guy, Maurice Rivers. Thanks to all the sponsors, all the folks that continue to support the work that's going on in our communities, especially the Dreamkeeper Initiative. Thank you to our mayors, thank you to Siobhan, thank you to Director Davis, all the amazing folks that just keep blessing. And all of this that y'all see going on is what can happen when black community, black people, black organizations come together and work together. A lot of great things. But I'm gonna let y'all check out some more blues, and then we go tap out, because it's getting late. You know, we gotta go deal with the rest of the day.
I can't eat a bone. I can't sleep at night. Yes, I know, baby, such a love. And baby,
Give it up, give it up. Thank you so much. Man. We just thank you guys for just all of this, just coming and participating today. Thank all our vocalists, all the people who are participating in our program. You know, we have some people that are parked and are blocking other people, and people may be trying to leave, so I don't want to tell you that you need to leave, but you do need to move your car. So it's a GMC truck, and that I don't even have a license plate number, but okay. Well, we got your book though, so don't worry about that. Okay. And Dr. Morton, someone is trying to get their book signed, so if you can come to the front and sign the book, please. Thank you.
used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark, till you came across a spark that's a boy on fire now. I never made love by that attention. I never saw rainbows with my eyes. Now your lips are burning mine. I'm beginning to see the light. I used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark, till you came across a spark that's a boy on fire now. Ain't never made no violence show, never saw rainbows in my wine. But now your lips are burning mine. I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Also, let you know that the Village Project, you know, is doing these Kwanzaas all week. And so they started at City Hall on Monday. And then yesterday, I know they were at a particular place.
Yesterday we had a few places.
Places, and tomorrow be at the African American Art and Culture Complex, 962 Fulton, at 2 o'clock, at 7. And at 2 we'll be at the Potrero Neighborhood Center. So definitely, if you Google or the Village Project, they have a list of all of the places, and they're going until January 1st. So every day they're going to have 2 events a day. So please check that out, and we just again want to thank you guys for coming and joining us. Are we still moving forward?
We're still moving forward.
Well, come
Glad
on
you
and give
guys
us some
still hanging
applause.
out.
That good music then.
I thought I missed something. Yeah. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, my, Georgia, a song for you, 'cause as sweet and clear as moonlight in the pine. When her arms reach out to me, and her eyes smile tenderly, still peaceful dreams I see, that the road leads me right back to you. I smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see that the road is right back, right back, right back, right back. Georgia. Thank you so much. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above your eyes.
Alright, guys, we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up. We'll call it an evening. Hey, this was a great event. Again, Kwanzaa, very important part of the community. Economic empowerment, community building. Great job. I want to shout out to the whole OMI. Thank you to all of the folks that come together to make this happen. Great job.